All right. So, since our class is talking about drugs and substance abuse, what better way to do this presentation than in uniform? And what better way to get a direct source of information about drugs than from a police officer? But all kidding aside, so I'm going to do my presentation over crack cocaine and the effects it has on you and everything like that. Personally, I haven't used any drugs, but I did come from a house that sold crack when I was younger, and now I'm a police officer that kicks in doors to go and arrest people that do sell any type of drugs. So without further ado, like I said, my presentation is over crack cocaine. Crack cocaine, a lot of people get it confused with cocaine. Cocaine is a powder substance, and crack cocaine is what people add either baking soda or another kind of mixture to form, and they cook it, and it starts forming a hard rock crystal-like substance, which people cut up and they sell it. People know it as crack rocks and similar stuff like that. Usually, people smoke it with through like a glass pipe. They call it the devil's pipe. Some of those slang words. Um, so they smoke it, and usually, crack is more potent and addictive than any other type of drugs. I think besides that one and heroin are probably the two most addictive drugs out there. And the high for crack only lasts anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. So what people that's why it's so addictive, because you only get that high for so long, and once that high is gone, uh, normal life to these people, just to any user, isn't they don't want to function that way. They need the high, so they go out and they start committing other crimes, and just to have money to buy more crack. That's all they have. That's all they want to do, is just buy more crack. So they find any ways to get any kind of money and spend all their money on crack. The effects that cocaine has on people is one of the effects that cocaine has on people is that it's so addictive that their whole life starts revolving around it. So like I said, they're out here stealing, breaking into cars, breaking into houses, stealing from any retail stores, stuff like that, just so they can use anything they steal as that has value, so they can take it to these drug dealers and get a little piece of crack. Like I said, the effects of it has euphoria, it causes insomnia, increased alertness. There are side effects. It has a loss of appetite. You start becoming paranoid, and you always want more. There are also something called cocaine bugs. You ever see people like twitch and stuff like that because they feel like there's something crawling on them, like their skin's itchy, like there's something there, and they have to keep scratching at it. It's one of the effects that cocaine has on you. Another effect cocaine has on you is that even the littlest amount of crack, it's probably this big, can get you a state jail felony. So it's probably the least serious felony, but it carries anywhere between 180 days to 2 years in jail. Plus, there's usually a monetary fine, but not really. But anything over 4 ounces or 4 grams, which isn't a lot, can become a third-degree felony, and that's when you're starting to look at more prison time, 2 to 10 years in prison. So, I think anything over 10 grams, I could be mistaken, can get you a state jail felony. When you overcome crack cocaine, you start withdrawing. Your body feels weak, muscle cramps. You have suicidal thoughts. The treatment, there's plenty of treatment out there. One treatment I find pretty interesting is called motivational interviewing. It's where they start telling the people that you have more, that you're better than the drugs, you have other things to live for, and they start using outside influences and showing you why your life is more important than using the drug. Okay. The application for the audience is 2 things that I think are pretty cool. Discuss if you or someone has a drug issue, and then also with a friend, plan an intervention for someone who's struggling with crack cocaine or any form of addiction, which would be good practice for for one day having to use it in real life. But like I said, guys, any type of drug is bad. The littlest amount of drugs can put you in jail, and we all know no one wants to do that. So take it from me, a guy who goes out and arrests people for drugs. Drugs are bad, and cocaine's a hell of a drug, guys.